The Semper Doggin podcast is proud to present Dogging Tuesday. These episodes are a lighthearted look behind the scenes of Semper Doggin and are recorded live every other Tuesday on the Semper Doggin podcast Facebook page. With featured guests, listener interaction, and good old-fashioned conversation, these Doggin Tuesday episodes are fun for all canine fanciers. Be sure to follow the Semper Doggin Facebook page and join us live on our next Doggin Tuesday recording. Yeah! I figured it out. I had my cord plugged in the wrong place. Oh, I got it. We're here. We're fixed. Okay. We can officially get going now.
Hey, guys, do you see what I deal with?
This is what happens when you deal with a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah,
Brian Whitted is watching. Brian, I'm going to be texting you here in a little bit. I got something to ask you. But, all right, so you moved into your new place.
Yeah. I got into my new place. So it's 7 miles from the battery plant that we're working. So now I begin to just kind of get settled in and, get everything the way I want it. And obviously I ran off and forgot my equipment. So that's a work in progress. I'll get it this weekend. That way we'll be able to continue with this. But, hey, welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. Doggin Tuesday. We're finally going to get started. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. We had to show Bryce which port he had to be plugged into. But
I finally got it.
I know. We want to thank everybody for joining us. We got some big news coming up and some big things happening. Bryce, I'll let you start it off.
Well, I don't want to get into that yet. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody for the support that we had on episode number 1 of Semper Doggin. I mean, I had so many calls and texts, and it was great. The amount of support that we got was good. Very excited that it was well received. Let me just put it that way. It was well received. So pumped about that. So thank you, really, from Basham and I. We're working really hard on this. Guys, we've got a lot of stuff going on. There's just a ton that goes into all this that a lot of people don't realize behind the scenes, because this is going to be more than just a podcast. This is going to be, Semper Doggin is going to be big. The podcast is just the start. You guys heard us say on the first episode that, this is a brainchild of 2 guys who are big dreamers. There's a lot going on here. So I'm pretty pumped about it. The first episode was just well received.
Better mind your P's and Q's. Your boss is on the line now.
Yeah, I know. I saw her. She said, plug it in.
I'm at the...
Oh, Shane? We're not worried about Shane. He's great. We're not worried about him. We're not worried about him at all. I told him I was going to bring him on live. We'll see if he requests it one day.
Shout out to our title sponsor, Froggy Bottom Outdoors.
Absolutely, guys. So Froggy Bottom Outdoors, Shane Smith, owner of that. And he has been gracious enough to help us out with this podcast. Whenever I came to him and said, hey, man, this is what I want to be doing. Would you be willing to come on as a sponsor for the new store? There was really no hesitation. Shane is, Nikki, quit with your comments. Goodness gracious. Shane has been so supportive through all of this, and we just really couldn't thank him enough for it. The new store, guys, the new store and website will be live and launched on February 12th. So when you guys hear that ad coming up in the next podcast, make sure you know that everything is going to be live February 12th. We've been working really hard to get that store right where it needs to be, get the website where it needs to be. Shane's actually been doing the background, behind the scenes on the website, and it's been kind of comical to watch him build the website, but, pretty proud of him. He's been doing a great thing. So he's got that figured out. The website's going to be great. The store's awesome. I was out making some sales calls today, just doing some door knocking on some farms and talk to those guys. And just trying to build some relationships there for the guys that are going to be local to the Hartford City, Indiana area. But if you're not local, we'll be able to ship to you wherever you're at. So just know that going forward. Froggy Bottom Outdoors, title sponsor for the Semper Doggin podcast, and we are thankful for them. We're also thankful for Joey Goforth and Never Satisfied Off-Road. Joey, I met him down at a hunt in Tennessee. What?
Big Big week for Joey this week.
He did. He had a great week. He went down there and swept the weekend, a couple hunts. It was a good time for him. Looked like he did a pretty good job there.
Congratulations, Joey. I know he's obviously one that knows all the hard work and dedication that goes into our sport. And big congratulations and a big thank you for believing in us and helping us to try to chase our dreams.
Absolutely. So, guys, like I said, thank you to our sponsors, Froggy Bottom Outdoors, Never Satisfied Off-Road. And I want to let you guys know, don't get off here early. Stick around here on this live video for us for a while, because I got some big things to talk about. I got two people that I want to introduce and their organization. That's number one big thing. Number two, we're going to draw for the prizes for the first episode. So if you guys saw on the Semper Doggin Facebook page, we asked you guys to listen to the first episode and email us with the correct answer to what was Lane Denny's dog, Emmy, what was her unlucky litter. And we had a few people send in the emails with the correct answer. So I've got the wheel of names pulled up here on my little tablet, and here at the end of this, we're going to go live and draw for that hat, t-shirt, and stickers.
We did one person that tried to cheat their way onto the list.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, Nikki? Yeah, she thought she was going to get a free ride. Absolutely not. There's no free rides around here. I don't know why she would think that.
Yeah, I know it.
Unreal. So, guys, going forward, the next episode is going to be over the Grand American, and that is going to be an episode where I was kind of flying solo, made the trip down there to Orangeburg, South Carolina by myself, and got down there. Didn't even take a dog to hunt, nothing. I just went down there strictly to promote this podcast and this brand of Semper Doggin. It was a great time. I met a lot of really, really awesome people. Was able to sit down and do several interviews. So the next podcast is going to be the compilation of all those interviews. We got some
big names.
Yeah, we got big names on there, but we got those local hometown heroes too, guys, because that's what Semper Doggin is. We're not just out here chasing the guys who are winning right now in the next big hunt and talking about, oh, how did you win that hunt? Yeah, that's great. We want to talk about that, but everybody else and their brothers doing that too. You know, we want to include those guys who are on the smaller level, who are on the local level, who have dogs that they're proud of, that they're passionate about the sports, whatever sport they're in. But, you know, maybe they're not in the limelight all the time. So I was able to sit down with some of those guys who I'd never heard of, never met, and interviewed them, and it got some really, really good content for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to the next episode on the Grand American. Winter Classic, Basham. You want to roll into Winter Classic?
Yeah, we got Winter Classic coming up, guys. The 9th and 10th of February. Me and Bryce.
Yeah, correct. Yep, I'll be there. I'm officially making my announcement here. I will be at Winter Classic.
Breaking news. We need to put it across the top. Breaking
Yeah, we do need one of those things, don't we? Yeah. Bryce Matthews joining Semper Doggin Winter Classic 2024. It wouldn't be that exciting, really. I don't know why. But no, guys, we are going to be down there. Why don't you tell them who we're going to be set up with, what we're doing down there? You have done the Winter Classic deal, so roll with it.
Yes, sir. Guys, we have a special, at least for me, it's special. It's a guy that I ended up creating a relationship just by a purchase that I had made. And he's been a lasting friend. We can continue to communicate. He is Jay Lash from Arkansas, and he creates it's the
create the what you just cut out there.
Am I cutting out?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Jay Lash. Jay Lash. He builds what?
Yeah. He builds dog kennels. Awesome dog kennels. I've got one at my house. If anybody's seen my kennels, they're made out of aluminum conduit. And so the way they work is you can actually, like with mine, I can hook it up to four-wheeler, trailer, or whatever, and slide it out of the way, do whatever I need to do, slide it right back. So they're pretty neat. We're going to be setting up with him at Winter Classic. Make sure you come by and see us. We're going to have our table set up. We're going to have our equipment set up, and we would love to get stories from everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to bring the podcast stuff with us down there. Just do some fellowship and talk to you guys, hang out, really promote Semper Doggin and what we've got going on here. And we really hope that you guys will stop by down there at Winter Classic and join us, see what's going on, check out those kennels. I've seen Basham's kennel set up. It's pretty nice. They are nice. So very thankful for him to let us share some booth space with him down there. Like I said, we're going to set up a little table. We'll have hats, t-shirts, stickers, all that stuff with us if you guys are interested. By no means are we begging anybody to purchase anything, but we do want to remind everybody that a portion of all of our proceeds will be going to our end-of-year goal, which is the Semper Doggin podcast is proudly presented to you by Froggy Bottom Outdoors. Froggy Bottom Outdoors is the newest outdoor and hunting supply, habitat management, and livestock feed provider in the Midwest. With a wide variety of products, a unique business model, and a dedicated team of individuals who are eager to provide their customers with an unparalleled shopping experience, you will not have to search any further than Froggy Bottom Outdoors. With brands such as Garmin, Yoder Nylon, Banks Hunting Blinds, Razor Hunting Gear, Purina Mills, Kalmbach Feeds, Anuksha, Real World Products, and many more, Froggy Bottom Outdoors has you covered from the farm to the woods. Visit FroggyBottomOutdoors.com today and follow them on Facebook to see how they can help you. Not finding what you're looking for online? No problem. Feel free to give the store a call at 765-330-2098. The team at Froggy Bottom Outdoors is excited to get to know you and would be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Which is, well, depends. It depends. So as anybody well knows, me and Bryce are pipe dreamers. We've got a lot of different thoughts on that. Me and him, if you've listened to our podcast, we've mentioned a few things. I think me and him have kind of settled on we would like to help. We would help a veteran with a service dog of some sort. But I don't think we're just stuck on that. You know, me and Bryce have kicked around the idea of sending a veteran on a hunt somewhere or sending a veteran, not necessarily just a hunt, to something of his choice. Veterans near and dear to my heart, obviously, and to Bryce. And that's what we're here to support at Semper Doggin. It's not just the dogs, but it's the people that give us the right. It gives us the opportunity to be able to chase the dogs and the freedom that we have today, and that's our veterans.
Absolutely, guys. So, like I said, a portion of all of our proceeds from anything Semper Doggin is going to that end-of-year goal. And speaking of that, I want to introduce a couple guys, and we're going to, Basham, if you could try and add them on. Mr. Kyler Lynn and Levi Collins. Oh, Jocelyn said hi. Your sweet little daughter. Guys, Kyler Lynn and Levi Collins. I've actually met up with Kyler the other day and had lunch with him. Both of them are representing the organization Hometown Hero Outdoors. Kyler, what's up, man?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, living the dream, man. Just sitting in the service truck now. So.
Are you working?
No. Kids are up, and they're not going to bed anytime soon. So.
Gotcha. Is Levi able to join us?
Yeah. Let me see if I can get him on here real quick.
It's saying adding, so we're waiting. Okay. We're just waiting on him to accept.
Yeah, guys. So this is going to be a pretty big announcement for us right now. I'm super pumped about it. Like I said, sat down with Kyler the other day, had lunch with him, talked over some things. Just got to fellowship with him and talk about the organization that he's with, Hometown Hero Outdoors, what they stand for, what their missions are, what their goals are, and how Hometown Hero Outdoors and Semper Doggin can pair up. Levi, how are you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I am fantastic. So
the first time you sent the request, I have my camera and my microphone off on Facebook. So I had to go and turn them on real quick and come back.
Hey, for the record, we did not plan on matching today.
I don't believe
No.
that. No, don't believe it. No.
He just wants to be like me, that's all.
No, guys. So, like I said, Kyler Lynn, Levi Collins are with Hometown Hero Outdoors, and I'm going to turn it over to them just to kind of give you guys an overview of Hometown Hero Outdoors, their service, what they've done, what their role is within the organization, and then we'll tie it all in with how Hometown Hero Outdoors and Semper Doggin are going to try and do something together for the good.
So I've been staffing with HHO for about 5 years now. I was stationed in Virginia and Charleston, South Carolina with the Navy. And then I knew I was getting out regardless off active duty. I knew I was coming to Southern Indiana, and they didn't have a chapter. So I wanted to step up and, build something from the ground up, give the residents of Indiana, the same opportunities I've had in both Virginia and South Carolina. So I started in the spring of 2021, coming up on 3 years now. I think we got around 60 guys out last year, and we're already on pace to crush that number. We just took 9 guys out pheasant hunting at Quill Ridge down in Brandenburg or Lawrenceburg, up by Cincy, down that way. We're partnered with Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation this year, been on a couple other trips. So people who can go on these trips, and like I say, these are, I like to say free, but they're not free because sometimes they have to buy a license or transportation. So it's really little to no cost. So whether we're hunting or fishing in Indiana, or we have like a Colorado trip planned and we're backpacking in elk country, all of that is coming out of the chapter's funds. So how we do that is fundraising or, partnering with other organizations. So the people who can go on these trips are veterans and first responders. So the first responders, I know it'd be law enforcement, firefighters, EMS, and we just opened up for fire and EMS. I think at the end of 22. So we don't have a whole lot of fire at all. It's mainly police and obviously veterans. So those are people who can go on these trips, and obviously you'll look at the trip route up because we can tailor it however we want. We can do Purple Heart hunt or Leo hunt or firefighter only hunt. We can kind of tailor it to however we want these trips, but anyone can host a trip. So if and I've been told by other people that's like the perfect way. Like they want to give back, but they don't know how, and that's how people said that's the perfect way to give back is just putting on veteran hunts or it doesn't even have to be a hunt. Dude, I've seen brewery tours. I've seen Top Golf trips. I've seen golf outings. It's just really just anything we can do to get guys together and gals, obviously, get people together, same background, same stories, get them together. Because especially in a state like Indiana, there's not a big military presence at all. Obviously there's law enforcement and, firefighters. They're just about everywhere, but there's not a big military presence. There's not a handful of bases, but you have Atterbury, Crane, and then what's that Air Force base up by Terre Haute?
It's Peru. There's another Air Force base in Peru as well.
Yeah.
It's slim to none though.
Mm-hmm. The National Guard's like 10, 12,000 or something like that. So
yeah.
Not a big military presence. So especially someone like me who's not from here, it's a great program to be able to get together. I did a squirrel hunt at the beginning of the year. I had a Vietnam vet come out. He donated some duck decoys to us. Him and his buddy came out. They're both Vietnam vets. They hung out with us. They, they BS with us, and you just don't get that a lot. You know what I mean? Especially when you leave the service. So I don't know if I want to add anything, Kyler.
Yeah, just a big part of it. I'm Kyler, by the way. I'm the trip coordinator for Indiana. I've been with Hometown Heroes just under 2 years, right?
Like
a little over
half,
a year,
yeah.
year and a half, something like that. It just brings back that like camaraderie and brotherhood that you have, and it's really a coping mechanism for a lot of guys that we take out. You just hear stories of, the 22 a day, and that's something that I, pride myself in to try and bring that number down, even if it's just by, going out on a fishing trip or a hunting trip or something like that. It's very therapeutic for these guys to just kind of get that back. So.
Yeah. So now, Hometown Hero Outdoors, I know you guys are representing the state of Indiana, but you guys are a national organization, correct?
Correct. We're in like 27 other states, and just because you bring up a good point, just because you live in Indiana doesn't mean you can only go on Indiana trips. Like we have an Alaska chapter, so if you see a trip in Alaska that's posted and you can get there, and you can, you can put in for that trip. I mean, Texas has a huge chapter as well. They're always putting on big stuff. Minnesota's another really big chapter that's always pumping out really cool trips. So.
We just had a guy come up from Tennessee for our rabbit hunt that we did.
Then one of our we have another guy that he's all in primitive. He makes his own bows. He does flint knapping. He makes his quivers. He does everything. He had a guy drive from Texas to make this bow out of Osage, and it was like a weekend long trip too. So you can put in for. There's not one in Illinois. There's not one in Ohio. There's not one. We're kind of landlocked. So. Here, Michigan doesn't have a chapter. Kentucky does, but it's like one guy, so there's not a lot of trips get posted.
But those folks who are in those states can come to Indiana.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Yeah, yep. And honestly, you just got to read the description because there are like we tailor it to how we want. So sometimes it is a resident only hunt, but 9 times out of 10, it's all members are available to put in for it and whatnot. So.
So
awesome.
talking about the veterans out there, how do they go about finding these trips from you guys?
Yeah, good point. We have a website that there's mainly events get posted there, but there are some trips that get posted in that too. It's mainly all on Facebook. So we have 2 Facebook groups.
Can I tag it in the comments?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's we have a Hometown Hero Outdoors trips page. So obviously that's self-explanatory. That's where all the trips gets posted. And then we have a community page. So that's like, brag about your kills. I've seen guys post in there, asking for veteran plumbers in my area. They want to give back to other veteran, own businesses and whatnot. So they'll ask for, services or, hey, I'm making a trip to Texas. Who's in the area that wants to hang out, or can someone help me with, hunting or fishing or stuff like that. So because you know how the kind of the hunting community is, it's kind of stingy for good reason at times, but no one wants to give anything up. But obviously in that group, people are a lot more willing to share information.
Absolutely, guys. Go ahead, Kyler.
I just was gonna kind of caveat on that. That's probably one of the biggest challenges we face behind the scenes. Is people don't realize how much work goes into just getting these hunts put on, and the land and getting permission to hunt, or scouting and all the things we do. So I really do appreciate these guys that we work with on a regular basis. And you got to think we have, I think, 6 guys to cover the whole state of Indiana. So we're
all kind of clumped together too.
Yeah.
Me and Kyler, we got the north. We're up here.
Yeah, we got the north.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. So, and yeah, I'm like 4 hours from Levi, so it's pretty hard if he wants to come on one of my trips or something, to make that happen. And we got some big plans for spring golf outing and kind of some other things we're gonna do. We talked about it over lunch, Bryce. Just trying to get some of the ball rolling, early this year and get as many people out as we can. I think that's our number one mission this year, is just to put on as many trips and get as many people out as we can.
I mean, we went to the Indiana Expo last year, Deer and Turkey. We went to the NRA show. We're planning on being at the Indiana Deer and Turkey Expo this year as well. And I've told people there and on trips, I wish we could do it ourselves, but it's just not possible. It really does. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but it does take a village.
Yeah, it really does.
Because I'm not above putting on a public land show, because I'll put the work in, and I mean I got some pretty good pins I can take guys out. There's nothing wrong with it, but it really does take a village and getting help, with funds, especially because we have a lot of big things that we want to do. I mean, again, we're working with Rocky Mountain. They gave us a pretty good grant this year. That Pheasant was part of it. We have another trip coming up in May. It's looking like for a fishing trip up to like 9 guys on Lake Michigan, a charter boat, the whole nine. And then the granddaddy of them all is a deer hunt down at Whitetail Haven in Kentucky, opening weekend of gun season. We're going to pull, it's going to be for 2 guys. It's going to be for a vet and a law enforcement or first responder. We're going to split it up even like that. And the cool thing is because, again, I was the guy going on these trips too. And I'm sure a lot of people have the same mindset because I've seen it. But it's like, well, I don't want to go on that. I want someone else to go that, has deserved it. So if you are a veteran or first responder listening to this, I mean, you doing what you do, you have deserved going on these trips. But, for the deer hunt, we're going to do where you can nominate somebody. We're going to link our email address in there. Because, again, a lot of people don't want to nominate themselves. So we're going to have people send in like a little, like short summary essay type deal. Background, your, hunting background, your service and stuff like that. And then we're gonna pick 2 people to go on this deer hunt, fully guided. I mean, it's once in a lifetime, or probably getting your buck of a lifetime there. I mean, we're talking 160, 170 plus at this place. So,
where's that located?
Cynthia, Kentucky, I think. I'll get back to you. But it's in that. I think Whitetail Haven only has one place there in Kentucky, but it'll be there. Again, it should be for the opening weekend of gun season. So, big thanks to Rocky Mountain for them helping us with that. But yeah, I mean we're just kind of scraping the surface with just the deer hunt. I mean, we've talked several times with out west trips that we want to do, backpack in and.
Some Georgia hog hunt trips as well. We've got some connections down there.
And
also,
we are a 501c3 nonprofit, so I mean, none of us are getting paid.
Yep.
Up to the president, down to me at the state director level, down to Kyler and the other field staffers. We're not getting paid. We do this because we want to do it, and we believe that we're making a difference. And actually, only one person's on retainer, and that's the lawyer. Right, so and then they're not going to do their work for free, so they're the only person that gets paid. And then for that deer hunt trip as well, we're having our production team, which I guess they get paid too. But they're coming down, they're filming the whole weekend. So if you do want to put in for this, you got to be okay with being on camera, because that's really going to boost our chapter. It's going to put on our YouTube page, and when we go to other events and we go to other companies, we can show this to them, because I think that a big problem of us not getting the kind of the support we have gotten or not gotten in the communities because just no one knows who we are. Especially, I'm not an Indiana resident, or I am now, but I didn't grow up here. So, you got Joe Schmo coming up asking for, donations or land access. I mean, I get it. I understand. So, this is going to kind of help us get our name out there and show people that we're not just some podunk operation. And Tyler, wasn't that your rabbit trip last year? That one guy thought we were gonna take him out in the woods and have our way with him.
Yeah,
someone told us. So I don't know why someone would think that, because again, we're nationwide.
Well,
from New England to Texas to Florida to Alaska. I mean, we're everywhere.
That's what Semper Doggin is here to help do, guys. So one thing that Basham and I talked about is we want to help out as well, and we've made that very clear from day one.
For sure.
So what Semper Doggin would like to do is going forward after the Grand American episode, because I already have that one edited and ready to go. Going forward after that, guys, Semper Doggin, Basham and I, we would like to put in a Hometown Hero Outdoors Hero of the Week segment into each of our episodes, and really just bring some awareness to the Hometown Hero Outdoors, what your organization is doing. Try to get your name out there, help you guys out, and not just here in Indiana, but we have listeners that listen all over the country, and really spread the awareness for the organization as a whole. So, guys, for you listeners, that's what you can expect going forward after the Grand American podcast, is that we will be running a segment in every podcast, the Hometown Hero Outdoors Hero of the Week. And Kyler and Levi are going to help me out and, submit a few guys that they would like to have recognized on the podcast just to get the ball rolling. If you guys want to nominate your own hero, feel free. Email me at semperdoggin@email.com and just give me a brief description, just a brief description of who you want to nominate and why you want to nominate him, because we want to say thank you. That's kind of our way of helping
We'll
out.
put that in the comments below.
Yeah, absolutely. So feel free, like I said, email me semperdoggin@gmail.com, anybody that you want to have nominated, and we'll get that ball rolling. Levi and Kyler are going to help us out with that. That's
thank you for the platform, man. We appreciate it, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's not it. That's not it at all.
Nope.
Basham and I are going to also do something else. And Kyler, I'm going to let you kind of roll the ball out for the gala, and then we'll tell everybody what we're going to do and see if they want to help us out on it.
Okay. When Levi, you said the gala's in March, right?
March 23rd.
March
I believe.
23rd,
Don't quote me, but I mean, I've been in my messages.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, the gala is a big auction that we're doing, and all the proceeds of whatever gets donated to Team Indiana will come back to us directly to the state, and kind of help us get trips put on and stuff like that, and just a huge fundraiser for us. So me and Bryce talked about it, and I believe you're going to donate a fully guided 2-day coon hunt, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
So we appreciate you guys for that. That's going to be really big. I myself have never coon hunted besides the one time we we kind of talked about. So I'm excited to see two guys from HHO get brought out and taken on that hunt. I think it'll be a really good time. So
yeah. So Basham and I, we talked about that, and we, like I said, we just want to keep helping out any way that we can. So for that auction, we are going to donate a 2-night, all expenses paid coon hunt for a couple of veterans to come down to Southern Indiana. That's where it's going to be. And it's going to be next coon season. So sometime after November 8th of this year. That way they can get the full experience. And, we're going to put these guys up. We're going to pay for their meals. Only thing they're going to have to do is get their license. We're going to have the dogs. We'll have and transportation to get there. So
are we using yours?
No, we're not using mine. I hope you have a dog. They don't want to use mine.
Well, if I have dogs by that time, we can use mine.
No, hey, we'll bring, no. Now, here's the thing. We have dogs. We might not have coon dogs. I don't know. I mean, whether they tree a coon or not, I cannot, full disclosure, disclaimer, can't promise that.
Just bring the labs out there, man. We'll be all right with the labs.
Yeah. Yeah, so if any of you guys are going to be down by Southern Indiana and you guys want to help out with this and you want to be involved, feel free, reach out to any of us. Let us know that we can find a way that you guys can help out. So that's kind of what we have going for Semper Doggin and Hometown Hero Outdoors going forward. Like I said, just really appreciate what these guys are doing in the effort. And I would be remiss if I did not mention how I got hooked up with you guys. So I can't forget Eric Presley down there in South Carolina.
That's my dude, man.
Eric is a super great guy. He was one of the contacts that I met down there at the Grand American hunt. And, I was just talking to Eric and I was kind of bummed that a guy like him and I were so far apart. So, cause we couldn't do much together, cause he's doing some South Carolina stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm up here in Indiana and it just didn't work out great where we could have just an everyday working relationship. But Eric hooked me up with Levi and Kyler, and that's kind of how this friendship has formed, and hopefully this working relationship going forward. So I want to say thank you very much to Brianna Roth, Eric Presley, all those guys that were down there working the Fallen Outdoors booth at Grand American, and we are going to be having Eric and Brianna on a podcast here coming up about a new nonprofit organization that they're going to be helping out with down there in South Carolina. So you guys can look forward to that. Basham, Kyler, Levi, you guys got anything else? You guys got any questions? You want to do some Q&As maybe?
Yeah, we can do that. There's one thing if they do have a question, they can get them in. But the big thing about the really big thing about y'all doing this for the gala is that whatever we send in to the gala for them to donate, all the proceeds goes back to our chapter. So whether it's $20 or $500, $1,000, whatever it is, if it's stuff that we find and it's sent up, it goes straight back to the chapter. So that's fishing license huge. For some guys. That's huge. It's decoys that we can take guys out, or deer stands. So yeah, like Tyler said, that's the big thing. It's all going back. It's not getting dispersed, throughout the 27 other chapters. Whatever we send in, and if anyone else wants to, submit fishing trip or hunting trip, whatever it is, again, that goes back into Indiana's chapters funds to get guys out. So.
Awesome. Well, we'll leave you guys on here for just a few more minutes. If any of you guys that are watching right
fun.
now have any questions, Kyler and Levi are open for them if you want to leave them in the comments. If not, that's fine. If you guys want to talk privately, that we all understand that too. So once again, just want to say thank you to you guys. And Bastion, what do you think on all this?
Hey, just kind of bouncing back to you guys. Obviously, this is my first time talking to you guys. I do want to get on the hook with you, Bryce, with you two and Bryce. I've actually got something coming up in April. I don't want to speak it all on here yet just because I don't have all the exact information, but I believe it'll be right in line with Hometown Heroes for Doggin. So appreciate you guys definitely supporting us. We look forward to advancing our friendship with you guys and seeing where this goes.
Yeah. Same with us, and we're very appreciative for sure.
Absolutely.
It was really like I don't really believe in coincidences, so we'll say, it was the man upstairs, because what are the odds, that Bryce hears about this guy in Indiana, and then this guy in Indiana knows somebody that, is local to Bryce. Like, it didn't click to me when Levi had sent me Bryce's contact. He's like, yeah, he's right by you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. Nobody's in the town that I live in. I know pretty much everybody here except for Shane.
You're gonna get to meet him.
I'll get to meet Shane, and thank you for that, Shane. But so it was a good feeling, to know that how all of it played out and to get the backstory on that. So
well, especially in this line of business, you get a lot of doors slammed in your face. So whenever one like this does open and it just slams open, and it's obviously a blessing. And it's funny because I saw Eric, going back to Eric, he started posting, or he started tagging you and stuff, Bryce. I'm like, dang, dude. He's like, this dude looks well connected. And he's like, yeah, he's in Indiana. I'm like, oh, he's like, dude. I was like, make the contact, dude. If he's willing to, I don't know if you're too loyal to that other organization or not. I was like, but if he's not, man, like, link us up. That'd be awesome if we could maybe get something together and just kind of blossom to what it is now. And hopefully we're just scratching the surface, because, this is just an awesome organization. And obviously I believe in what we do, because I wouldn't be wasting a lot of family time if I didn't believe in it.
Absolutely. You guys, like I said, we're honored for it. And, there's not 1,000,005 people watching this right now, but that's okay, because this is going to grow. This is going to get posted on some other platforms here coming up, which is going to be a lot bigger. So the word for Hometown Hero Outdoors and Semper Doggin will spread. It's organic growth.
Absolutely.
And it's organic growth. And this is like you said, it's just scratching the surface. And
we're at the bottom. We're just starting. If you two listen to me and Bryce's podcast, and in the beginning, me and Bryce reiterate 1,000 times, even if all this turns out to be is just a couple buddies on here just shooting the bull and telling stories, hey, we're good with that. But me and him firmly believe that this is the bottom. This is the bottom. We're gonna rise to the top. Nothing but good's gonna come out of it, and we look forward to those people that jump on board, help us get to the top, and ride that train.
Absolutely. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you. Like I said, you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or any of these two guys, and we'll be sure to get you guys taken care of. But don't go anywhere. Or you guys, thank you. Listeners, viewers, don't go anywhere.
Thanks, man. Kicking us off.
Yeah, I'm kicking you off. I'm taking it back. We all know that canines can take us to some wild places, and some of those are only accessible by an off-road vehicle. No matter how hard you try to maintain your ride, something is bound to break on one of your adventures. When you find yourself looking for replacement parts, or maybe even a few upgraded parts to further try and prevent a breakdown, look no further than Never Satisfied Off-Road. Joey Goforth is the proud new owner of Never Satisfied Off-Road and is ready to serve you. Performance accessories such as lift kits, portals, tires, and more can all be found at Never Satisfied Off-Road. Located in Covington, Tennessee, the team at Never Satisfied Off-Road is ready to ship parts and accessories for your ride anywhere in the country. As their new website is currently being built, be sure to follow them on Facebook at Never Satisfied Off-Road 23 to keep up to date on the hottest items and sales. Give them a call at 731-693-9921 to place your order and get your ride ready to follow your canine wherever they may take you. Are you ready for the best part though? Mention that you heard this ad on the Semper Doggin podcast and you will receive a Semper Doggin approved listener discount. No, guys, so we do still have to draw for the prizes for those of you who sent in the correct email or sent in an email for the correct answer on podcast number 1. So, Basham, are you ready for that?
Ready.
All right. Let's see if I can do this without making a fool of myself. I got all this done on company time today. Just so Shane knows. Okay, so I got everybody's wheel of names here. There was 10 people who entered, and we're just going to pop it and see what happens.
No music?
No, I ain't got none.
I can't read backwards.
Shane Smith. Shane is the title sponsor, Froggy Bottom Outdoors. He got it. Shane says he's going to get it back. I don't know if it means he's going to get the money back for me doing it on company time or if he wants to give this back and respin it. What did you mean there, Shane? I don't know. Because he's not going to get that back on company time. Absolutely not.
Let's see what he says. Drum roll.
Shane, we need an answer. Are you getting that back on company time or are you giving this back to respin? He said give it back. All right. Here we go.
Give it back. He just didn't want a hat.
Okay, I've removed him. He already has a hat, but he did send in an email. I told you guys, I didn't even let Nikki get in on this spin because she didn't put the email in. Shane did send an email. I have verification. So I have removed Shane from the list. Here we go. Who is it now? Woodrow Smith. Mr. Woodrow Smith. He has been a faithful listener all the way back to the Deep and Lonely days.
Yep, the very beginning.
So, Woodrow Smith, congratulations, man. Thank you for sending that in. Thank you for listening. Shane, thank you for giving that back. You didn't have to do that. I would have been a man of my word and brought you everything because you did meet the criteria. But we do appreciate that. Nikki, Shane is not going to donate his new hat to you. Absolutely not. You did not follow the rules and instructions. This is terrible whenever your significant other is in the other room commenting on the videos like this.
No, congratulations, Mr. Woodrow Smith. Make sure you reach out to Bryce and get him your information. We'll make sure we get that in the mail and get it to you as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Give me your t-shirt size too. So we'll send you a hat, t-shirt, and a sticker. And all that will be coming to you with your address. Guys, I think I'm good here. I've covered a lot. You got anything else you pressing?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Winter Classics, guys. Winter Classics. Grand American was good. Grand American was big. We want Winter Classics to be even bigger. Come up, talk to us, sit down, tell us a story. Every person down there, y'all come up, tell us one story. That's all we ask. Just tell one story. We're gonna make a big collage of Winter Classics. Telling a bunch of stories and seeing what we can't make out of it, Bryce.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Guys, I know you hear it on all these different other podcasts and platforms and everything else, but it really does help us if you like, share, and leave a comment wherever you're hearing this at. Wherever you're streaming your podcast from, it really does help us. Just for how the way that things go through the system and all the algorithms, I don't know, but it works. So we do appreciate it. Just a quick recap. Thank you guys for the support on episode number 1. Hope you guys enjoyed our episode there and are looking forward to the Grand American episode that's coming up next. Thank you so much to Kyler Lynn, Levi Collins with Hometown Heroes Outdoors. We are pumped to get to be able to help them out with the Hometown Hero Outdoors Hero of the Week. Looking forward to seeing everybody down there at Winter Classic. We do have a few more things up our sleeve. We got a few things in the works, so don't think that we're done yet because
Pump the brakes.
we're shaking and baking.
Yes.
We're not going to reveal it yet, though. You got to tune back in.
We can't, not yet.
So there's some big stuff in the works, guys. Just get ready for it. Thank you guys for watching. Basham, thanks for joining me, even though you look like you just crawled out of a wet, soggy, nasty gym.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Next time, could you do me a favor and clean up a little bit for the viewers so they can, have a presentable
I mean,
co-host?
This pretty face.
And maybe take that UK hoodie off.
Hold on. I got something for that.
Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, no. That's awful. That's terrible.
No. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all sticking around and hanging out with this. I for the second time, I think I'm good. I'm probably not. Are you good?
Are you good?
I think I'm good.
All right, guys. Next time, Semper Dogs.
See you guys.